We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got a really interesting set of data points here. Basically, a snapshot of searches around Kyren Lacy death. Our mission really is to look at these search terms people are using and figure out what the main questions and maybe concerns are. We're not looking at news articles today, just the raw searches.
Exactly. And it's quite a range,
Yeah.
from the very basic, like just Kyren Lacy or old Sioux football player,
Right.
to the really pointed questions about his passing. Stuff like, how did Kyren Lacy die? And when did Kyren Lacy die? It's a direct look at what people want to know.
Okay, so let's dive in. What's the first thing that kind of jumps out? I mean, the sheer number of searches like Kyren Lacy dead, is Kyren Lacy dead?
Yeah, and Kyren Lacy passed away.
It leaves, absolutely no doubt about the main piece of information people are trying to confirm first.
Definitely. But what's fascinating is how quickly things pivot right after that. You immediately see this big cluster of searches trying to get the details, the circumstances.
That's the how.
Precisely. Kyren Lacy cause of death, Kyren Lacy car accident, Kyren Lacy accident, and even really specific ones like Kyren Lacy hit and run details.
Hit and run details. That's specific. It almost suggests, maybe there were early rumors or some kind of initial narrative forming.
Could be, or just, people trying to piece things together. It shows a strong pull towards thinking it was some kind of vehicle incident.
Right, like the shock leads straight to needing that explanation. What else is standing out in this data?
Well, the terms that are sort of adjacent to legal matters are pretty telling, I think.
How so?
We see searches for Kyren Lacy charges, Kyren Lacy car accident charges, even things like negligent homicide.
Wow, okay.
And also Kyren Lacy arrest and Kyren Lacy case. It shows the interest goes beyond just the event itself, right? People are wondering about potential investigations, legal outcomes.
Yeah, that definitely adds another layer. It makes you wonder what initial information, if any, might have sparked those kinds of questions specifically.
It does. And then you also have a search like, did Kyren Lacy kill himself? Which is obviously a difficult one, but it shows the range people explore when facts aren't clear.
It really highlights that human need to understand, doesn't it? Even when the possibilities are tragic and information is limited.
Absolutely. And if we shift focus just a bit, there's another clear theme: Kyren Lacy, the athlete.
Right. The football side.
Yeah, exactly. You see searches like Kyren Lacy stats, Kyren Lacy NFL draft, Kyren Lacy draft stock, mock draft, draft projection.
So people were clearly aware of his career, his potential.
Very much so. It reminds us, of the future people were probably discussing right before this news broke. It adds, another dimension to the sense of loss.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together then. These search terms, they really paint a picture, don't they? A picture of a significant public reaction to the passing of Kyren Lacy, this LSU football player. First, there's the confirmation, just establishing the fact. Then almost immediately, this intense curiosity about how it happened.
With a real lean towards a car accident scenario, yeah. And then those questions about potential legal follow-up.
And layered over all that is the context of his promising football career, which maybe amplifies the public interest.
Exactly. Which leads us to sort of the takeaway thought for listeners, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, think about what it is about public figures, especially young athletes like this. What drives such a strong, immediate need for specific details when they pass away, particularly when official information might be slow to come out?
That's interesting.
And maybe consider what role these early searches, which can be based on speculation, play in how the whole story gets framed later on.
That is a really good question to ponder. this deep dive into just the questions people are asking, it gives such a raw, unfiltered view of that immediate public response to loss and, well, to uncertainty. Thanks for walking through this with us.